Hi Stampers, welcome to fancyforstampin.com. I'm Josie Cauler. Well, while I was getting ready for this month's tutorial, I went through an evolution of processes. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to make a shadowbox card. So I was looking around the internet and I found the pattern for one. And I thought I would use Blossoms in Bloom to make the card. So the first one I made was this, Blossoms in Bloom. Isn't that pretty? The colors I used on here are Mossy Meadow, So Saffron, and Mango Melody. Okay? And then I thought, okay, that's what I'll do it on, only I will do the tutorial using these colors, Mossy Meadow, Coastal Cabana, and Flirty Flamingo. But then, as I was preparing for my club this month, I created this card using the die-cut Sweet Silhouettes. And I thought, gosh, I really like that. And the sentiment on that is from the Woven Heirlooms stamp set. And I thought, gosh, I really like that. I like the color combination. I love this die. And I love the embossing folder, which is Dandelions. So I thought, okay, I will make a shadowbox card out of this. And that's what I did. So today, we're going to make this shadowbox card. It can be used as a wedding card. And what you need to make it is the Dandelions embossing folder. You need the Subtle 3D embossing folder. You need to have the rectangle stitch dies. And you need, where'd I put it? Oh, it's here under my arm. These Sweet Silhouette dies. Okay? You also need, what I did was I paired this dandelion and the Sweet Silhouette dies with the Dandelion Wishes stamp set. So those are all the supplies you need, along with the paper, of course, to make that card. So here we go. This is the paper and the dimensions that you are going to need to make this card. You need a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 3 7/8 by 2.5. You need 2 pieces of Seaside Spray cardstock that measure 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. You need a piece of crumb cake that measures 5 by 3 inches. A piece of crumb cake that measures 5 1/2 by 4 inches. And a piece of crumb cake that measures 5 1/2 by 11 inches. And you need your Simply Scored board. We are going to score this piece of cardstock, the 5 1/2 by 11 inch piece of crumb cake, with the long edge up at the top. We're going to score it at 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, and 8. That's 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, and 8. Okay, and then that's all we need that scoreboard for. We'll get rid of that. I'm going to fold all of this on all of these score lines. And on this 1/2 inch side, I'm going to add a piece of tear and tape. Or tape and tear. I never remember what it's called. So we'll put that on the 1/2 inch tab and tear it off. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and I am going to rub on it a little to get it to stick. And I think I might use my scissors to cut this one end off right here. Right there. Okay, now before I put this card together, we need to cut out the window for the shadow box. And we're going to do that in the space right next to the strip of tear tape. And we're going to use the rectangle squares, or the rectangle squares, yeah. The rectangle dies. We're using the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th from largest, okay? It's the 5th from the outside is the one that we're going to use. And we're just going to center that on there and cut it out. If you give me a second, I'll do that. Okay, so I got that piece cut out, and I'm just going to set this off to the side and save it. I can do something with that someday. That'll definitely go into my scrap pile. Okay, then the next thing that we need to do is run these two pieces of Seaside Spray through the Big Shot using the Subtles 3D embossing folder, and then the 5 by 3 inch piece of crumb cake using the, oh my goodness, I can't reach my stuff, Dandelion's 3D embossing folder. Now when you do this piece, it's not quite big enough to pick up the whole image, so you're just going to center it on there and get as much of the main image as you can. So it's going to look sort of like that. This one's going to overlap. Okay, so I'm going to go do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got these 3 pieces of cardstock run through with the embossing folders. So I'll just set those off to the side for now. And on this piece, we're going to do a very little bit of stamping with my Seaside Spray ink. And where are they? My stamps from Dandelion Wishes. Oh, I forgot to mention that you're also going to have to cut out, and I took the liberty of doing this, out of scrap with the rectangle dies, a rectangle so that we can stamp the sentiment that goes on the inside of the card. And this sentiment is, what is it called? Wishing for a lifetime of love and happiness. So we're just going to stamp that right here in the middle. And on this piece of Whisper White, 3 7/8 by 2.5, we're going to stamp this dandelion. I love dandelions. I especially love dandelion salad, but I haven't had that in forever. It's not like we don't have enough in our yard that I couldn't go out to pick them. That's one place I don't like dandelions, is in our yard. So we're just going to stamp this at an angle on there. And we're done. And that's all the stamping that we need to do for this card. Okay, so now we're ready to start putting things together. Okay, this is going to go together like this. So in the space next to the opening, we're going to attach with snail adhesive or with adhesive a piece of this embossed Seaside Spray. Where's my adhesive? So let me just put a little of that on here. This is 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. We're just going to center it on there. And then, so that I know where to attach this piece of Whisper White, I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to fold this over. And I'm just going to center it in there for now, maybe. Well, actually, no, I don't need to center it in there. I just need to make a mark in this corner and in this corner so that I know this needs to go in there, just like that. So let's put some adhesive on there. Oops. Out of adhesive. No worries. There's more where this came from. And we'll attach that like that. Okay, so I've got that in there. I've got more adhesive. Now I need 2 of these dandelions. I cut out with the, what's it called? I can't. Sweet Silhouettes dies. I cut out a blue and a white, and I am just going to attach them with the white on the bottom and the blue on the top. I'm just going to attach them with the Stampin' Dimensional right on the back. And hopefully that Stampin' Dimensional will hold the blue to the white. Just like that. Put that on there like so. And you don't even have to trim. This is going to be just fine. And then this tag is going to be centered right over this. Well, maybe we do need to trim the branches or the stems just a little. Just take a little bit off there. And this is going to go over just like with the bottom edge of the tag flush with the bottom edge of the piece of white. And we'll put that on flat. Just like that. Okay? There we go. So now we need to attach this to the front. So we're going to lay this flat. And I will pull off the backing. And fold that over. Now you notice that doesn't match or meet. So after we get that together, we're going to take this piece of 5.5 by 4 and add some adhesive here. And put this on just like that. Now something I didn't do that you might want to do is cut out another piece of this, what is it, 5.25 by 3.25 cardstock to adhere to the inside of the cover, front cover, so you can cover up this right here. And I think I'll do that. I should have done that on this. I think so. You're actually going to need 3 pieces of that embossed. At any rate, we'll work on the main part here. So we've got that together. Now you notice when you close it, it all meets up, and this will fit into an envelope. So we need to attach this. This goes on flat. It goes over toward the left side. Like so. This embossed piece of crumb cake goes over toward the right side, and I'm going to put that on with a dimensional in each corner. And I think I'll put one in the middle so it doesn't sag. There they are. They're all off. This goes over to the right. Like that. Okay, and then I also cut out more daisies. 2 Seaside Spray, 1 Whisper White, and also using the Sweet Silhouettes, I cut out the Forever word with the die. So, first thing we're going to do is put one of the blue ones down, flat with a little adhesive in the back, like so. And then we're going to do the same thing with the dimensional behind the white. 2 dimensionals actually. Like so. Okay, the Forever is going to go up that way. We need some linen thread. I used braided trim on the other one, but I'm going to use a piece of linen thread. I'm going to double it and make a double bow. On here. Obviously cut more than I needed. But it's always better to have more than you need than not enough. I think that's the Italian way of thinking, especially when it comes to cooking. Always better to have more than you need than not enough. Okay, so we're going to put this on over there, and we're just going to put a little adhesive behind it to hold it in place, just like so, and then a glue dot to attach my bow. Right there, and I need to trim these a little. Okay, and now we need some rhinestones. So here we go. Let's get these rhinestones. I got a big one for, okay, where is my poker? Here it is. A big one for the one on the front, the main blue one on the front, right there. And then some smaller ones. We'll put one here and one here. Okay, there's the front. Now we'll put a couple rhinestones on the inside. A big one right there. And some smaller ones. I'm going to put one over the eye in Wishes. If I can pick them up. And one right about there. Okay, and I think I will put a piece of Seaside Spray cardstock in there. And we're done. You can add more rhinestones on the center of the flowers there, but it says Forever, wishes for a lifetime of love and happiness. And the bride and groom will be able to set that card on display in their house for the rest of their happy lives. So, I hope you enjoyed your visit here today. If you have any questions about this one or either of these two, please let me know. I will put these on my blog as well and share the colors that I used for them. And I can also share the dimensions for the cardstock on the front and on the inside. See, this one I did put a piece of cardstock on the inside, which makes it look a lot more finished. And I guess I was just so excited to get started videotaping because my husband wants me to go out with him to buy a pair of bike shorts. I forgot to put a piece on the inside of this. So I'll do that. Anyway, until next time, I wish you good health and happy stamping.